everyone, this is Dale Stratton at Dean Dorton. We're working through our core Excel tips and tricks for accounting and development. Today's topic is text-to-columns feature in Excel. What I have a sheet that's been downloaded from our publication system. It contains demographic information. We want some of this information to be brought into our fundraising system. In order to be able to bring this information in, it has to be normalized in order to match up for the columns in the fundraising system. Notice there are two main problem areas. Our column E, the city-state column, has both the city and the state in the same field. We need that split into two separate fields. Also, our zip code column, column F, some of the zip codes have the zip code extension. Our system can only handle the first 5 digits, so we need to be able to strip out or parse that information to just leave the first 5 digits of the zip codes. Well, there are several methods to removing data and splitting columns in Excel. I'm going to use the text-to-column feature today. Text-to-column is found under the Data tab on your ribbon. From the Data tab, I find the text-to-column button. Before I use it, I want to make sure that I prepare my sheet. I'm going to split the city-state column first. What I want to do is I want to be able to split this column based on the comma between the city and the state. I'm going to have 2 resulting columns instead of just the one. So I'm going to make some space for the 2 columns to exist. I'm going to insert 2 blank columns to the right of my city-state field. Next, I'm going to select column E, the column that I want to split. I'm going to choose the Text to Columns button. It asks me in my first step of the wizard how I would like to split my information. Is my information delimited, meaning is there some sort of character that is splitting my information? Or is it a fixed width, meaning is there always a certain number of characters to the left and the right where I would like the split to be? My situation is a comma that is splitting my information, so mine is delimited. Choose Next. It's not a tab that's delimiting my information, so I uncheck that box. My choices are tab, semicolon, comma, space, and other. My situation has a comma, so I choose it. Notice the preview at the bottom shows me a line where the comma was, and it shows me what's going to result from my text-to-column split. I choose Next. I get to pick what type of column I want the result to be. I know that I want these to be text columns, so I choose Text. I click my next column, and I choose Text. Now I need to tell it where I want these 2 columns to go. So my destination right now is going to E1, which would overwrite my existing column. Just to be safe, I'm going to move this to the next column over. So instead of E1, I highlight and click F1. I'm ready to finish. Click the Finish button, and notice on my screen that I now have a city-state. All I need to do is rename my headers. And I now have 2 full columns instead of just 1. Now let's work on the zip code column. I need 2 columns to put the first and last part of the zip code, so I'm going to insert 2 blank columns to the right of zip. I'm going to highlight the column that I'd like to separate. Choose Text to Columns. Again, it's delimited, this time by a dash, so I choose Next. It's not a comma. Notice I don't have a choice for dash, but I do have an other. And in the other, I type in the dash that is my delimiter. I choose Next. On this one, I could leave this as general, being that it's a number. However, if you ever have the possibility of a leading 0 in any of your numbers, choose Text. The only reason you would leave a number set to general would be that you'd want to do calculations on that number in the future. Now on this one, I know that I do not even want the second column, so I'm just going to say do not import or skip that column. My destination is set currently to H1. I'm going to overwrite this, set that to I1, and choose Finish. Now if you'll notice, since I chose to not import the second column or to skip it, this is an entirely blank column in J. It's not needed. But we do have our zip code that will now fit the format of our fundraising software. Thank you very much. Have a good day.